Welcome, everybody, to Two Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room.
Brought to you by Savai Army Entertainment.
This is Don.
And,
So, what's on the agenda today, then?
we never have anything on our agenda.
Yeah, it's pretty much
for
squirrel.
It's squirrel. It's drinking beer, or it's working on guns, or it's hydrographics now.
Yeah.
Soon to be Cerakoting, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait to actually start dabbling in that Cerakoting. Actually,
yeah.
So good things to come as far as that. But so I don't know, man. Let's talk about like promotions and boards and in the Army, right?
Okay.
So I can't remember the dude's name. I think he worked for us. I think he worked for Mark Payne. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Puerto Rican.
The
little one.
Raphael.
Oh man, I can't think of his damn name.
His first name was Raphael.
Check it out. So no, but so they were handing out like
Vega.
What? Who?
Vega.
What? I'm not sure, but
yeah,
they were handing out that corporal like it was going out of style in Iraq, right? So one day I was like, I talked to my commander, I talked to Chief Rathbun, they all played a part in this shit, right? And I was just like, look, we're gonna pull this dude in, this is what I'm gonna do, right? And so what happened was, right? So you were in Ramadi, you weren't there for this, but it was still good though.
I bet.
But so we pull this dude in and shit, and I'm just like, and you know me, I can be an ass, right? Believe it or not. So we pull this dude in, I'm just like going off on this dude. I don't know. It was something about like the maintenance of, I don't know, his vehicle or something. Anyway, his poor maintenance, his signature's on this motherfucker. What the fuck is going on? Kind of just like drilling him, right? And his eyes are just like all wide and shit, just like, what the fuck did I just walk into, kind of thing. And then Chief's over here sitting on the couch over here, fucking just like, I can't, just shaking his head like, bro, I can't believe you fucking did this to me and shit. And like, commander's just sitting there straight face, didn't say anything. And then fucking, I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna do, man? What the fuck am I gonna do about this shit? I don't fucking stand. You're giving me the performance of fucking private. Man, I walked up to this kid, man, and I fucking ripped his rank off his fucking chest. I was like, if you want to be a fucking private, then why the fuck are you wearing this rank? And I walked away. It's like, do you understand how fucking pissed off I am? Blah, 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 blah. And he's still bewildered, like, what the fuck did I do, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, look, you're gonna go the fuck out of here and you're gonna go fucking back to work and you're gonna fix this shit right fucking now, right? And like he's just like, yes, First Sergeant, yeah, Top, I'll go out there right now and I'll do it. I said, wait a minute. I was like, we're gonna put this shit back on you, right? And I fucking put Corporal Rank on his chest. I was like, go the fuck back to work. And as he's walking out, he kind of looked down, he's just like, wait a minute. You turn around, everybody's just like running near here and shit. That was a good time.
Did he have to shampoo the carpet when he fixed his pants?
I've used that a couple times, actually, and it works so fucking good. And to get the warrant officers and the commanders involved in it, man, it just played off so fucking well.
So I remember when I was in Korea, they made me go to a Soldier of the Month board. And I was a little bit occupied drinking.
They forced you.
Yeah.
That's the way it happened, right?
Yeah.
They had to force people. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I went, and one of the board members, one of these sevens, I don't remember him. He wasn't in my section. He had a really bad accent. You remember the program ADAPSy?
Yeah.
I was a member several times. But anyways, he asked me what ADAPSy stood for, and I thought he said adapt. So I said the ability to overcome. I wasn't wrong, technically. He said, Okay. He was Filipino. And the other guy, the first sergeant goes, I think he misunderstood the question. He said, no, what is the acronym ADAPS mean? I said, oh, I have no idea, first sergeant.
Do you remember this video that came out on Facebook of the fucking? It was a military board,
Yeah.
and they laid that fucking chair down.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that? And they're like kicking people out, and all of a sudden, this one kid goes in there, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the kid. This is gonna be the kid to pick the chair up and sit in it."
Yeah.
Right. Well, he didn't pick it up, but he sat.
He got in it and laid down.
Oh man, I don't know what. If I was sitting on that board, I don't know what the fuck I would have did. Just be like, should we start asking him questions?
Hell yeah. That's when you say, go ahead and stand up. We're gonna do some facing movements, and then make you sit back down, and then say, hey, go ahead and get up and recite the NCO Creed, and then tell him to sit down again. See how many times he does it.
So you're in dress uniform, and you walk in doing facing movements. You're in front of your sergeant major, and all of a sudden this happens. All right, take a seat. And you look behind your fucking shoulder and you're like, the fuck?
Yeah.
That was back in the like army we started in though. That was
when it was fun.
Like the Spur Ride.
Yeah.
36 with a lot of it's called back then in Korea, it was 36 hours of hell. That's what that was.
Right. Yeah.
Where you show up and they smoke the fuck out of you for hours and hours in uniform, right? There wasn't no fucking PTs back then, right? So like you get smoked, and then all of a sudden you got so much time to eat, shower, and get the fuck back out there just to start your Rook March, or no, a board. That's right. We had to do a board, and when I walked into this board, and they're like, recite the Fiddler's Green in sequence. And there's like 5 of us. Don't know each other, never met each other. And we're supposed to be in sequence with this shit, right?
Yeah.
Of course, that did not fucking happen, right?
Of course not.
Did not happen. So we're getting smoked there. And then they're like, all right, I want you to leapfrog over each other. And we're like, serious? Leapfrog over everybody? Okay, so here we are, a bunch of fucking people leapfrogging in front of this fucking board. Just kept on fucking doing it, just leapfrogging until they said stop. So finally, once the board's over with, anyway, that's when you started your Rook March, which was 20-something fucking hours into the hills of Korea.
Yeah.
Where they're fucking barbecuing and all this other shit, and you're just like carrying a 5-gallon water can, a fucking case of MREs for the group you're with, and they're throwing cold hot dogs at you. It's like, bitch, I grew up on cold hot dog. Give me that motherfucker, right? Yep. Just, got any bologna? Just yeah. So I mean, it was just it was bad, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun then. And now you can't do like it went into where you couldn't do that no more. Like Taco. Yeah. Like Taco could probably make a complaint now saying, you know what, my first sergeant used to fucking smoke me every fucking day for losing a 10mm socket.
Yep. So
do we have 10mm sockets right now?
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. Because remember, you had 2 toolboxes.
Well, it was the red toolbox.
Yeah.
It was the red one.
Yeah, you had.
The 1mm in the SE.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. Kids, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We'll edit it. But so I can kind of relate. So I don't know if it is now, but there for a while they made the 160th DA select. I don't know if it still is their name, but when I went, it was a volunteer unit, right? So you had to go through selection, kind of a watered down version of it, and they called it Green Platoon.
Well, you talk about for the support elements, right?
No, to be in the 160th. Because it's an aviation unit.
Okay.
So,
All
so it's 3 weeks long, and they just constantly fuck with you, right? So there's no rank. Nobody has rank on, right? And they know what everybody's rank is. So what they usually will do is they'll put that private as the platoon sergeant, make him the platoon sergeant. Well, I remember we had to make our own guide on, and they just smoked the shit out of you until you got a guide on. So then we got one, and I seen it coming. One of the instructors walked out and said, "Hey, platoon sergeant, I want to see you inside." He took off running. Another guy comes running up, takes his place. The guy's holding there. They come back outside. Guide on bearer, get your ass in here. And he's looking at the guide on, and the instructor goes, "Here, I'll hold it." And he hands it to the instructor, and he takes off running. So then we got a grid coordinate where our guide on was at. And, there's a lot of woods in Campbell.
Oh, yeah, that's a great place for land down.
Actually.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
After about a week and a half, we found our guide on because we could only look after this shit was over with. But I remember, so you had to do 4 road marches. One of them did not count. The other 3 you had to pass, but you didn't know which one it was that didn't count, right? So they had what's called a Black Day, and you get alerted. You have to bring all your shit in. It starts with a layout, and it's just fucking hell, man. But usually once that's over with, it gets more relaxed, right? So we're there, we're doing it. All of our shit gets thrown into a fucking huge ass pile, and they told everybody go change your boots, and let's get ready to roll. Man, some people had 2 right boots. Some people had the one size was an 8, the other size was a 12.
Were you timed? Like you got this amount of time?
Oh yeah,
to do it.
Yeah.
So nobody really learns to pick everything up. Throw it in your bags. We'll stiffy it out later.
And that's exactly what happened. So and then we did a run that day too, and you'd be running, and there'd be a telephone pole laying along the side of the road, and they'd make us pick it up, but there was like 50 of us.
All different sizes too.
Yeah. And then you keep running, and then there's another one. By the time you're done with this run, man, you got like 3 people fucking carrying a telephone pole because of how many telephone poles you got, And that, by the way, that was our guide on until we found
the telephone pole was your guide on.
Yeah, they even made us take it in the classroom. The people sitting in the back had to lay it across their lap. Have you ever done present arms with a telephone pole?
I have not. No,
it takes a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking like Iwo Jima or something.
Yeah, that's what it looked like too.
It's like present, you're just like, wait a minute.
You're like, everybody's like, arms.
Actually, I think it's worse than Iwo Jima because you'd have to have more than what was it, 3, 4 people?
Yeah.
You got a whole fucking half a classroom trying to lift the fucking telephone pole.
Yep. But just like you said, when it was over with, man, you felt good about yourself.
You did. And you're just like, I can't. Well, so like the Spur Ride, matter of fact, it was just like, oh man, I can't. Let me get my motherfucking Spurs. Next Spur Ride, I'm doing the same shit that just happened to me,
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, it's that good feeling. You get your Spurs and everything, and then fucking next thing you know, yeah, buddy, let's go.
Yep. Yeah, man.
So it was. I mean, the same thing for when you came up in rank, and my sergeant first class, and hell, I've had some staff sergeants on my boards as well. And it's just like, you want this soldier to do well, whatever, at this board. And hell, some of them come in and I'll know them, and they won't even be from my company, but I know that they bust their ass every fucking day. I'll throw some crazy ass fucking question out there in front of Sergeant Major, just be like, if I told you go get that fucking tree, right outside. You look out the window, you see that fucking tree. If I tell you go get that fucking tree, what are you gonna fucking do? Well, I'm gonna go get you that fucking tree. Well, yeah, I ain't got no other questions then. It's just like it's that simple.
Yeah.
Give me the right answer I'm looking for, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. So I mean, they had to make it through the preliminary. So it's like you had to know the warrior ethos and the
Right.
NCO creed, shit like that. But other than that, they get past that, you're just like, dude, I know this kid, man. He bust his fucking ass. He made a great squad leader. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, between the first sergeants, we were just like, we knew who we wanted, and like there was some that we didn't know. Like, dude, I don't know this kid. Yeah. I have no idea.
Well, I think that's where the civilian world has it fucked up. So in the Army, right? A lot of people don't even realize this. You don't get promoted in the Army based off of what you did. You get promoted off in the Army for what you're going to do, right? The fact that you got recommended for promotion is based off of what you did. But the rank and the pay grade is for what you're going to do.
Right.
And in the Army or in the civilian world, it's the exact opposite. People get promoted because of what they've done. The problem is once they get promoted, they don't know what to do. And
it works the same way with contractor to actually, a salary job.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I've seen that a lot where, say, the orange hard hats get promoted and get the white hard hat. And then the next thing you know, you're like, get rid of this motherfucker kind of thing.
Yep.
But no, I see where you're getting at though.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. It's like, because at that time too, it was just like, who do you want to be that squad leader to lead your guys in Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, you knew who would be a good leader, who wouldn't be a good leader. Just because they didn't know some of the doctrinal things,
right,
doesn't mean that they can't lead these dudes to fucking go kill this fucking person over here. Right.
There's a lot of people that don't do well in book tests and exam type environments.
But
when you put them in the field, they are amazing.
They are amazing with land nav or fucking
common sense decision making
tactics. I mean, shit like that's what's gonna keep people alive. So I mean,
right. I'm one of those people, man. I'm a good mechanic. But I can't pass the HC certification.
I gave you Ramadi. Hello. There's reasons behind my decision for giving you that. I might have not gave and the people I gave you was not based off that decision. Just to let you know.
What was our commander's name in that time?
Was it Kappas? It was Kappas.
Kappas, yeah.
Kappas.
First time he came and he walked into the building and he's seen this sheet of plywood that had sensors and toggle switches and a HIMMET starter laying on the ground and everything. And he walked up and he said, "What is this?" I said, "It's a simulator how to troubleshoot the either cranks but won't start fault or won't crank fault." He's like, "What do you mean?" So I showed him on the back how I flipped toggle switches and it would break certain wires
for all the relays across the dash and shit. Yeah.
And he just looked at me and he was like, "Wow."
So he's actually teaching at the War College now, as a professor. But he was a good cat though. He was one of the best captains. After that deployment, he actually went to Pearl Harbor and was like, he did something over there at Pearl Harbor with them, which I didn't get Pearl Harbor. Bastards. But I mean, I'm just an NCO though.
Yeah.
He was a good guy though.
You got.
I mean, he was the whole reason Doug North started.
Yeah.
Because he's just like.
Wouldn't that be funny if he was the one that wrote it in the shit?
He wanted an experience, a guy with experience as first artist, and he got me. So
yeah.
I mean, they frocked me, they gave me to him, and they're like, deal with it, kind of thing. And you know, I had to prove I had the balls enough to fucking enforce shit. And next thing you know, lieutenants are pulling guard duty on the fucking shitters.
Yeah.
He backed me up, so I couldn't argue. And I don't know if they wrote on the port johns after that. I don't think so.
No, nobody did.
So he was a big thing for, you know, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
He was a smart motherfucker, man. He really was. And he had common sense. You don't see that very often, man. A guy that's book smart like that and has common sense. Holy fuck, he's gonna be president. Should be.
I actually worked for one more like that though. It was a major. I can't fucking think of his name right now. He was in. He actually got out. He didn't retire out of the army. He got out. He started an auction business. He was an auctioneer, and they actually have a series online. He actually just got back from California from filming and shit, and that motherfucker was one of the like smartest dudes I know, man. I mean,
yeah,
and he's still making money just auctioneering shit. And they started an auctioneer school where they have him come in and help teach. So I mean that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Major Deal.
Major Deal. I remember him.
Deal. You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Major Deal.
He was the one. He was one of the guys that got involved when I went to him about his warrant officer.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. But I mean, he's in Tennessee. I want to say Tennessee now. I don't know, Tennessee or Kentucky, one or the other. And he's doing really well. Let me say. And if I can remember, man, I would love to fucking put on here like what that TV series was called, but I cannot fucking remember. I shared it to our page once long ago when it first came out, but I can't remember. I'm sure he'll yell at me later. He'll
Does he listen?
He listens. He's gonna fucking yell at me later. So he's
like, you fucked up my plug.
He was all part of that whole fucking move with me, the fucking boggart bullshit. Yep, dude.
Oh,
yeah. He was all part of that. So anyway, but I mean, other than that, I mean, hazing was like the thing for us. That's when you got your, whether it was airborne, air assault, you got your blood wings, you know, all that shit that went away.
What happened with that hazing, and I'm a firm believer in this, was we started promoting so fast that people lost common sense and they got carried away. Do you remember that story about that first sergeant that used to have that fucking hammer?
Ooh.
And he killed that soldier?
That was later down the road, though, man. That was like after they bitched about it. But no, I remember that. That was the hammer used to pound down the fucking tin pegs and shit.
Yeah. Yep. And he would hit the soldiers in the chest, and he killed that dude, and then he locked everybody in the room because he didn't want nobody to.
That wasn't hazing though. That was stupidity.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Fucking stupidity.
You know. Normally you just hit him with your hand.
That is a step above fucking know hazing, or a few steps. But the thing was though, like, dude, I mean, as a squad leader, you actually grew your fucking squad or grew your platoon off of that back then.
Yep.
And not only you created discipline along the way doing that, right?
Look,
so I'll tell you what, at Campbell, right? Before I went to Korea in Campbell back in the mid 90s, right? I'm 85. And when I'm 85, the buddies of mine were still E4s. And they did not want to fucking listen to me when I got orders they had to carry out and shit. So what I did, the one dude that I had the main problem with, man, I pulled him into our little fucking training classroom thing. And dude, we fucking beat it out, man. We pounded it out. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, this has to get done. And that's back when heavy wheel mechanic and shit. The 63 Sierra was still in there, 63 Yankee, all that shit was still
Right.
there. And dude, I shut the door, locked it, and we went at it. Like one of us are gonna walk the fuck out of here. The other one's gonna have to pick himself up, right? It's just like you will listen to me kind of thing. And that's just the way, I mean, we did it back then. And then all that shit went away. Like you
Yep.
can't do that no more. But
Jag got involved.
you have to be able to separate yourself. And I found out as first on, yeah. I always had my legal consultants like on speed dial. Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? You know, hey, I just wrote this some bitch up. Is this good? Before I give it to the actual person, it's just like, you know, in a civilian world, I don't have that.
Right.
So it's like, call HR and then you wait, you know, however long you got to wait. And all of a sudden, you're just like, no. Use our form and only give them like one or two liner. One or two liner ain't gonna explain shit.
Yep.
You know, but
yeah, I don't like the way
that's the way it is. But I mean, I still to this day have no complaints about my 25 years.
No, I don't regret anything in my 20 either. You know,
there's shit I didn't agree with.
Oh, of course.
But there'll be shit. There's still shit I don't agree with to this day.
You know, I will tell you in that over that course of that 20 years, I found myself. You know, and it may sound funny to say that, but I found myself as a leader, a father, a husband. As I matured through the ranks and I grew, it allowed me to lead my family and my kids the way they should be raised, you know. And you don't get many jobs out there that will groom you from, hey, I know you're out drinking, dumb private, yada yada yada. And then they grow you into leading troops into the battlefield. I mean, there's not many jobs out there that's the path, you know. And it takes a different type of mindset to accept it.
So, yeah, how many people I saved, you know, throughout the years? It's just like how I fucked up their paperwork or I lost their fucking paperwork. I mean, because we spent, you know, out of my 25 years, I was what deployed, field problems, or you know, combat for like 10 fucking years, at least 10 years of my fucking 25. And it's just like we're in Iraq. And why people would ask me like, he doesn't make weight. You need to chaplain this motherfucker right now. And I'm just like, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
So you mean like when a sergeant major takes and puts a scale next to the donuts and the cakes,
the cafeteria?
Yeah.
Like and the copy of the AR-600-9,
yeah,
like on the wall right there.
Yep.
Yeah, you remember that?
I do.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That's been a couple sergeant majors, though, not just one. A couple have done that. Put the scale right by the dessert fucking.
Look, I'm not going to talk bad about that sergeant major. That sergeant major was fucking like an offspring of Patton.
He was crazy.
He was.
He's still kicking it right now.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he made a big mistake. And I think some people didn't like him and they kind of moved him on. But I'm gonna tell you something. He cared about the soldiers.
Yeah. Oh no. What? Was that 315 or was that
315?
Yeah, you talking about Parker?
Is that? Yeah. That's what his name. Yep.
So Parker had all the scars and shit on his face.
Yeah.
So I asked him one time. I was like, "Hey, Sergeant Major, what the fuck happened, man, with that right there?" I thought it was combat. Really? He said he rode bulls.
Oh, really?
He fucking got bucked one time and a bull smashed his fucking face in. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, I ain't fucking with you, Sergeant Major. I was like, "You're still alive right now."
Yeah.
that's like the baddest fucking thing I can think of right there. That's better than combat right there. Shit. Full smash your fucking face in. Here you are, all stitched up and shit.
I'm gonna tell you that motherfucker, dude. I honestly believed he could have walked through Baghdad by himself.
Yeah. He was a good guy too. He was
he cared. He
was all about airborne too.
Yeah, he was.
He loved it when we went to 5 Airborne.
Man, he had a mouth.
Or Cobb Airborne or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, I love this. I love that shit. Though.
He offended. I mean, the shit he would say to some
females. Like you didn't have to bite your tongue when
absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
No, because he was gonna say worse than anything you could come up with, anyways. The shit he said around, he didn't care if you were female, male. All he seen was green.
That's it, man. We bleed green, right?
Yep. Well, everybody knows, man, what we do this for. You know, we try to make some people laugh, and hopefully stick around to the end, and you can hear some of the
weird shit we say.
The weird shit we say. You can find some of the resources that we have out there. You know, you got 988, that will get you to the suicide crisis line.
1.
Yep, 1 if you are a veteran. There's Brooke Jackson on the East Coast. If you are a female veteran, she's got a lot of outings and trips, and has people that work with her to help with female veteran mental health.
She's the veteran.org.
Yep, and then there's Chief Rathburn on the West Coast with leavingthesidelines.org. So you can find all these resources on our webpage at savajearmy.com.
Don't forget about September 10th.
September 10th. Man, I am looking forward to this. I hope we get some people to come out.
Vetapalooza.
Yep. We will be out there. We'll be going live. Man, we're going to be roughing it. We're bringing a tent, sleeping on the ground. Man, we're going to be out there. So come, have a beer, come up, talk to us, mention the show, and we'll give you a guest beer.
We will have guest beer, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
we'll be in the car though. But Anheuser-Busch and Rolling Smoke is sponsoring this event, as well as Mobets Outdoors. There's 3 live bands that'll be there that night playing. We will be doing a podcast with one of them, I think, later that evening, hopefully. And then there is also an MC throughout the night. So I'm telling you, this kicks off from, I think it's 1700 to 2300. And just come out, have a good time, enjoy the music. And whether you're military, you know, ex-military or civilian, just come out, enjoy the time, and look for us.
Yeah. And reach out, communicate with us on Facebook. 2 Drunk Dudes in a Gun Room is the Facebook page, or Savaje Army. You can find us there. We're on both of these pages. So hit us up, man. Talk some shit. Y'all take care.
See ya.
Be safe.